Hello, my lovelies! I'm back from Christmas break and back at work, so thank you so much for waiting. A few things before we get started. One, as I said in the subscriber special, see link here, I still intend to work on Golden Bone at my own pace. However, if you'd like a more chill fix of world building, don't forget to join me for my live streams. Let's see a clip.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we should start gaslighting the whole of YouTube. I think that'd be quite fun. That could be like a group bonding project.
Whoa, that sure was a live stream. And two, I have a Patreon now. If you want to support what I do, consider signing up. You can grab yourself access to the private Discord with art, challenges, Q&As and more, as well as credits on all of my videos. More thanks and me getting sappy at the end, but for now, let's get to the good stuff. Today we're touching on one of the more low-tech cultures in the world of Golden Bone. Though small in number, they sit on an intersection between many larger powers, providing them with weaponry and tools. Modest, strong, secretive, influential, it's time to talk about the Bashat. The Bashat are also known as the Ironmongers for reasons that will become obvious soon. In their own dialect, Bashat literally means of ore, though notably in their language the word ore has multiple meanings based on context and can also be used to describe anything that has potential but has not been refined yet. The Bashat live in a large mountain range that spans the border of several influential and powerful countries, though these countries are stories for future videos. These mountains are known by many names, but the Bashat call them the Great Wombs. Their people form a network of interconnected villages that dot the mountain region, each with a village leader. These leaders then form a council who represent the Bashat's best interests, and organise them as a collective where needs be. They are known, as their name suggests, for their work with iron. Iron ore is incredibly rich in their region, and their work with it is considered by many to be the best, particularly for strong tools, solid armour, and reliable martial weapons. Their culture has a strong focus on artistry and craftsmanship. In particular, they have a cultural emphasis on quietly and diligently working on something. Working on your craft in meditative silence is greatly encouraged. Furthermore, their culture has a running theme of sound as a whole, when audible sound is or isn't required, and how you can make yourself heard in other ways, such as through your work. All Bashat, regardless of vocation, are encouraged as young adults to produce a piece of ironwork, or iron maintenance, as a form of self-expression, a coming-of-age ritual, if you will. They may sharpen a blade and wear their sharpening kit openly on their belt. Others may produce fine ironwork weights, buckles and clasps, or repair something that was broken. Others create armour, weapons, and tools. Knowing at least some ironcraft in some form or another is considered an important cultural right. These forms of ironcraft as self-expression are also known as karaf, which is also their word for a maker's mark. As their language is highly contextual, in this context a karaf means a method of bearing yourself to others. The most common form of karaf are iron masks, which are a staple of Bashat culture. Many wear these out in public, especially when dealing with outsiders. They like to keep an air of being removed from outside influence, with a non-hostile but polite social barrier, though many others will keep their faces uncovered. A lot of their clothing consists of well-made iron items, and then long swathes of warm, bunched fabric that are easy to wrap around their iron pieces. Some Bashat even like to emulate fashions of those they trade with. One may drape their bunched fabrics in a way, for example, that emulates a half-shoulder cape, whereas another may make a point of wearing tight sashes, like some merchants do. Gongs, bells, and other sound-based items made of iron are common, further tying in their focus on deliberate sound and silence. Some even make these as their karaf. These objects are excellent for sending echoing warnings up the acoustic mountain passes. Their spiritual figurehead is the Silent Oracle, someone who I would like to spend some more time designing. Their current one is a woman, but the title has been held by many different people throughout their history. The Silent Oracle has taken, as you can imagine, a vow of silence, and sits for many hours and days in silent contemplation and craft. In this silence, it is said they experience auditory visions, or hallucinations, depending on who you ask. They then convey these visions to the council, or their disciples, or any member of the community who seeks their wisdom, in the form of interpretive gestures and deliberate ironwork. Bashat value deeds over words. Wedding gifts between spouses usually consist of practical examples of their craft, or an appreciation for their partner's craft. A knife sharpener may produce well-sharpened kitchen utensils for their new home, and a farmer may be gifted equipment or tools to help him with his work. Oaths mean significantly more to Bashat if you have previously proven yourself capable. A surefire way to garner their trust is to offer practical assistance without being asked. Physically, the Bashat are among the largest human races. They are known for their thick-set frames, often having layers of fat and muscle reminiscent of bodybuilders. They usually stand noticeably above others, with many adults reaching anywhere up to 6 foot to 6'6" in height. They have bodies built for function rather than vanity. Despite their often mysterious and intimidating appearance, they are truly and ultimately a group of artisans. Politically, the Bashat have managed to carve out a strong and secure niche. Despite neighbouring various countries, they're incredibly neutral. The council do not forbid any one artisan or village from fulfilling orders from any one country. One end of the mountain range may trade with a country, while another Bashat village will trade with their rivals. The Bashat take a passive stance. It's up to others what they do with their crafted items, be it hurting or creating, though this hasn't stopped some friendly rivalry about whose weapon pierced whose armour. The Bashat's reputation precedes them, meaning they get payment up front. If someone is unwilling to pay up front, there is someone else who will. The bigger struggle is that they can only perform limited orders, given their small community sizes, making Bashat craft highly sought after. The Bashat also enjoy a high degree of protection from neighbouring countries because of this, as they're all eager to continue having access to their craft. If they were to be targeted by someone, all the other countries and powers would swarm to their defence. You may be wondering about gold and the Bashat's Ornata. In short, they view Ornata as no better nor worse than anyone else. They are simply ore waiting to be refined. They may have Ornata among their ranks, but their style of dress makes it impossible to tell. As for gold, while they don't abstain from using it, they have limited access to the stuff and see it as both a crutch and a corrupting influence. Much better, they say, to work with the solid iron beneath your feet and to hone your craft than waste your life chasing cheap flights of fancy. And that is our little peek into the first culture of many, hopefully in Gold and Bone, the Bashat. I felt like this was a good place to start because obviously their mountains border several other cultures and places. They're smaller, which meant it didn't take as long to kind of refine the script down. And I thought it would be fun to start building this world out piece by piece from a recognisable landmark. The beautiful names up on the screen right now are my new Patreon supporters, and I'm honestly so grateful to all of you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. That's me giving you all a bunch of kisses. If you would like to join them and also get a bunch of mwahs from me, do feel free to head on over. You get access to a Patreon-only Discord, Q&As, challenges, all that fun stuff, and also a fine selection of memes, if I do say so myself. So if that sounds fun, you can find the link in the description. And yeah, please do check it out if you have the time. And speaking of time, I will see all of you next time.